Greetings and salutations everyone, CrimsonNero here, and welcome back to Let's Play Devil May Cry. In the last episode, we got the Fire Gauntlets, Ifrit, and took on Griffin for the first time. In this episode, we're going to be doing Mission 11, Fate. But first, we're going to get Kick 13. This move is amazing, especially when you use it in Devil Trigger. Alright, Mission 11, Fate. Offer the chalice and open the path. Oh man, I got a good feeling about this mission. I feel like some good stuff's gonna happen. But first, we gotta deal with this guy. The Sin Scythe. I keep on wanting to call Sin Scythes Sin Scissors, and then also Death Scythes Sin Scissors. Like, I know they're all different enemies, but I keep on messing it up. I mean, I could move around and chase him, but honestly, like, I feel like just staying in one spot and kind of letting him come to me is a lot better, just because I want to use Helm Splitter. Alright, we got a platform over there, but you know what? I'm just gonna backtrack. So we can take on our next secret mission, Wandering Ghosts. Acquire the blue orb that's floating in the air. Okay. So this particular one seems pretty easy, right? You know, jump up in the air, get the blue ore fragment. It's just a matter of making sure that you have air hike and understand the concept of enemy stepping. Now, enemy stepping is not necessarily something that the game inherently tells you about. Really, this and another secret mission later on kind of help enforce the idea of, hey, wait a minute, I can jump off walls. I can double jump. Is there another type of jump? And yes, there is, known as enemy stepping, in which you, basically, once you've gotten to a specific point in an enemy's hitbox, if you hit them again, or if you jump again, you can enemy step off of them, therefore giving yourself an extra jump. In later Devil May Cry games, this becomes a lot easier to do, and also it's pretty much becomes a cornerstone of aerial combat. Devil May Cry 1 doesn't necessarily focus too much on aerial combat, but once we get to, like, Devil May Cry's 3, especially 4, and absolutely 5, air combat is going to be almost just as important as ground-based combat. Got a lot of these guys, but hey, if you don't have DT when you start this, if you defeat all these guys, you're definitely gonna have DT by the end of it. Gotta get my orbs. Gotta make sure I get enough red orbs to buy those last few moves for Ifrit. This kind of looks like a blue orb, but it's actually the Sign of Chastity, a taxidermic organ coated by crystal. Within it is the Sign of Chastity that's necessary for searching the chalice. Well, alrighty, I guess I'm just gonna take this brain. I guess this is a way of having the developers basically tell you, hey, use your head. And hey, look, they all respawned. Yeah, definitely want to make sure that you position yourself in a decent spot so that you don't constantly try to dodge out of the way and end up jumping back up to where you once were. Any more? Nope. If you defeat all of those blades, you actually get that blue orb fragment right there. Pretty easy. There we go. Alright, time to actually make some progress. We got the Sign of Chastity. Now we need to figure out where exactly it should go. Because, you know, considering this is basically a Resident Evil game, we have a bunch of miscellaneous items that basically just function as glorified keys, let's be real. I did not necessarily mean to pick up that green orb there. That would actually have been a lot better to hold on to. There's a cup on the base protected by a powerful light. Prove yourself worthy with the sign. Should I use the Sign of Chastity? Yes. You use the sign of chastity. And we got the chalice, the cup which held the blood of the divine dead. Well, I guess I'm not getting out of here that easily. And this is what I was waiting for! Hello, Nello Angelo. Good to see you again, buddy. Time for round 2. So, honestly, this arena is not the best to fight Nello Angelo in. The constantly switching camera angles and just a few other things involving just the overall layout of the environment don't make this the easiest fight to handle. But this is a great opportunity to show off what Ifrit can do when he goes into double trigger and performs kick 13. Now, normally kick 13 only does a single back roundhouse kick, which we read in the description. However, if you go into DT, congratulations, you do a super awesome flashy combo that does a great amount of damage and is just awesome and does a great job of staggering enemies as well. Also against Nello Angelo, it is a really good idea to actually take advantage of Rolling Flame, or Rolling Blaze, because the move itself basically protects you whenever you jump. You can't do a double jump like you can with when you have Alistair out, but you have a protected jump, which can also knock enemies out of their out of certain attack states, like we can do with Nello Angelo. So honestly, if you use Ifrit and have kick 13, a good amount of DT, and also Rolling Blaze, congratulations. Nello Angelo Fight 2 is not that bad. Huh. You know, we kind of got our faces wrecked a little bit when we fought Nello Angelo the first time, but this time Dante seemed to be doing a little bit better. It's always nice when a game shows you that the character that you're playing as is getting stronger while you as a player are getting better. Also, there's a green orb down here, so if you're really hurting during that boss fights, you can grab this one as well. If I had less health, then I would have definitely wanted to grab that during the fight. Alright, so now that the fight is over, we can take our chalice over here. It's a gold statue of a knight. It looks like it looks like something was placed here. Should I use the chalice? Yes. And it unlocks where we need to go next. I did not mean to go over there, but okay. And that concludes the mission. Yeah, an A rank, nice. 800 red orbs. That is something I will definitely not scoff at. I could definitely use those. Mission 12, Ghost Ship. Go to the deck and head to the captain's cabin. Okay, but first, let's see if I can't buy anything. Kick 13 level 2 or Meteor level 1. I'm gonna go with Meteor level 1 just because, you know, it's a new move rather than powering up an already useful move that I have. But yeah, if you're looking for a good chargeable projectile that you can use with Ifrit that's pretty powerful, then Meteor is the way to go. But wait, underwater controls? What do you mean underwater controls? What? Okay, whoa, hold up. You're telling me that Devil May Cry 1 has underwater sections? I did not read this on the back of the box. Actually, I don't even know what the original back of the box looks like because my only copies of Devil May Cry 1 are actually of the HD ports. I've bought several copies of Devil May Cry 3 and Devil May Cry 4, but I only have 2 copies of Devil May Cry 1 and Devil May Cry 2, and those are only from the HD versions. Yeah, let's just say that when 2001 came around and Devil May Cry 1 originally hit the PS2, yeah, let's just say I missed out because I didn't have a PS2 back then. Heck, I didn't even really learn about Devil May Cry until basically when 4, like around the time 3 or 4 came out. But once I found out about the franchise, you can definitely bet that I became a longtime fan, and honestly, I've been a fan ever since. And that move that we just performed on that last blade right there, that was Volcano. Needle gun, the only weapon that can be used underwater. Okay then. Or wait, was it magma pillar? I can't remember. All these fire-based moves are starting to blend together in my brain. I can remember certain moves from the DMC series, but I can't remember all of them or which one is which. Especially once the move lists get super long in later games. 3, 4, and 5 especially. Though there are a lot of cool sounding names for moves, but I don't always remember them. And another blue orb fragment. It really makes you go all over the place. Really makes you traverse the ghost ship quite a bit. Get a few red orbs here while I can. Meant to go down, but okay. There we go. It's locked shut. There's something written. I am the ship that carries the wandering souls on the brink of the underworld. Protect the ship and you shall be given the fire of Saint Elmo. Wait, Elmo from Sesame Street? Huh. I didn't know that he was a saint or that he was connected with the Devil May Cry franchise. But hey, okay, I'll take it. I mean, hey, Elmo's red, Dante wears a red coat. It's totally connected, I think. Maybe. No, it's not. Not at all, actually. It'd be cool if it was, though. Though I feel like a rated M franchise like Devil May Cry would definitely not actually fit the child friendliness that is found in Sesame Street. So on second thought, maybe don't do that. Well, seems like I got the blessing. And the ghost ship comes alive! Wait, this thing takes souls on the brink of the underworld. Does that mean I'm on the brink of the underworld? Because I'm on the ship and this ship's moving. Oh my god, I'm totally going to the underworld, aren't I? Hey guys, check it out, I'm on a boat. Oh, hey, look, it's Griffin again, man. Honestly, like the whole repeating boss thing. Some bosses like Nello Angelo you don't see for a while, and then others like Griffin and sometimes Phantom, you see them constantly. Oh, the flames keep the door open. Okay. Well, I'm on a ghost pirate ship, and I'm fighting a gigantic griffin demon. Only in Devil May Cry. Alright, so that attack right there does not actually damage you on its first hit, but if it hits you again after a short amount of time, it will actually do damage. But if you use a combination of firearms and rolling blaze, you can actually protect yourself from taking damage from that red bird that attacks you. But a combination of Ebony and Ivory and Ifrit with DT, that does a lot of damage pretty quickly. Like, if I can just get it aligned, like this! Yeah! Yeah! Let's go! How do you like that for style? Yeah, Griffin can actually be quite a pain to deal with if you're not properly prepared. Definitely dodging is definitely the thing you want to focus on when fighting Griffin. Really at any point in the game, but definitely when you're on that pirate ship because of how confined everything is. Got another A rank, and we move on to mission 13, Abyss. But let's go see if I can't buy anything from the shop. Yeah, kick 13, definitely a good idea. Alright, now we move on to mission 13, Abyss. Find an exit and escape from the ship. Alright, sounds pretty easy. This is actually probably the shortest mission in the entire game. It's a ventilation hole. We got the Staff of Hermes. It's decorated with 2 snakes coiled upon a staff. Uh-oh. My spidey senses is tingling. It's telling me bad stuff's afoot, man. Oh. This ship's going down! We gotta go! Time for underwater controls again. Alright, let's make our way out of here. Great. More blades. Well, at least I have my needle gun so I can attack them. Where'd you go? Honestly, if you can really just align yourself in a good spot with some enemies, then just rapid fire the needle gun. You'll take care of them pretty simply. Alrighty. Now I actually want to go this way because, as you can see over there, there's a blue orb fragment that I could definitely use. You know what? I'm just gonna grab this. 3 out of 4. Nice. Just need 1 more. Out of my way. Where's the exit? Oh, there it is. It's up there. Out of my way. I have important Dante things to do. Like being cool and not being here. Yeah, technically you don't really need to actually fight any of the blades. You can just, you know, dash to the end. But definitely want to get that blue orb fragment. That's the most important thing in the mission. But yeah, that particular mission, Abyss, is really not that bad considering you can basically do it in like a minute or two. But you know, it's still only like a minute from like beating the game, so really, is it that much progress? I guess they really just made that mission as kind of a brief breather, especially when you face the higher difficulties where things do a lot more damage. But surprisingly enough, I actually want to come back in here because there's a secret mission that I am on the lookout for. Come here, Blade. There we go. And if we go back in here to the captain's quarters and talk to the good old captain right here, we get our next secret mission. Secret mission, Water Cell. Eliminate all the enemies and escape from the confinements. Hope you like water controls, or underwater controls specifically. All we gotta do is just defeat 8 blades in here. That's it. Shouldn't be too particularly bad, even though that the underwater controls are not the best. Devil May Cry 1 is a pretty fantastic game, but whenever they try to do any sort of control scheme that isn't the base game's original control scheme, things start to fall apart very slightly. Yeah, Devil May Cry 1 was not necessarily... well, the underwater sections from Devil May Cry 1 were not necessarily fondly remembered. Heck, I don't even think this development team even really did that many underwater sections until Bayonetta 2 came out, and that was years after Devil May Cry 1. I mean, they already established the fact that Dante can basically walk underwater by us doing that one section earlier in the game, the one that had the one-shot kill secret mission. That area, yeah, like Dante can walk underwater, no problem there. I mean, he takes constant damage, but you know, it's not a change to the core gameplay that you know the games are normally known for. Whereas the underwater sections later in the game right now, those change up things so drastically that they had to include a completely different control scheme. But secret mission is clear, super easy, just, you know, just beat all the enemies, that's it. Even if you are underwater, just make sure that you don't take too many hits, just keep on firing your needle gun and bada bing, bada boom, you're done. And now we shall exit this dreaded place and actually make progress onto the next mission. Because technically, we are still in between missions, even right now. Alright. Time to start heading towards mission 14. Let's go ahead and equip our grenade gun. Get some good old Ifrit combos in. Ifrit definitely set the standard when it came to having fist type weapons in Devil May Cry. But I'm getting a little ahead of myself. But we're moving on to mission 14, Deep Darkness and Towering Mountains. But can I buy anything yet? Almost have enough for Meteor level 2. Alright, mission 14, Deep Darkness and Towering Mountains. Go to the surface and head for the Colosseum. We're going to the Colosseum? Ooh! I wonder if we'll be able to participate in a Pokemon Colosseum. Now that game, that was a fun game. I have a very fun connection with the Pokemon Colosseum, but that is getting extremely off topic, and I'm getting ahead of myself. Back to Devil May Cry. Using the power of Stinger for forward movement. Rapid acceleration. There's something written. The resonating emblem shall undo the seal of the shield. Emblem shield. A small shield. The emblem has the same shape as that of those sealing the door of the Colosseum. Wait a minute. The skeleton's arm appears to be a lever of some sort. Should I turn the lever? Sure. What could possibly go wrong? I mean, it's only a skeleton just impaled on a wall of spikes. The booby trap has activated. Oh no! Getting out of here. Wait, so just hold on a minute. So you're telling me that I just got a special shield that is also called the Emblem Shield. If this isn't a reference to Fire Emblem, then I don't know what is. It's not. At least I don't think it is. But hey, it could be. Who knows? I mean, Devil May Cry actually does have several references throughout the franchise, especially in terms of like moves being homages to other moves. I mean, like Meteor, for example, like you could basically call that a Hadouken, which I did in the last episode. But like later on, I mean, like heck, even the uppercut for that Ifrit has, I guess you could possibly call that a Shoryuken from Street Fighter. But yeah, I do appreciate how, especially in more modern titles, how a lot of Capcom properties kind of mix and match with each other a bit. Like Devil May Cry has a bunch of like different moves and weapons that are kind of references to other Capcom franchises. Mega Man likes to collaborate with Street Fighter. Heck, there was even that fan project, Mega Man Cross Street Fighter, that eventually became an official licensed game. I mean, there's probably, I mean, heck, there's the entirety of, like, all the different crossover games that they do, such as, like, Marvel vs. Capcom and, like, Street Fighter vs. Capcom and other things like that. So, heck, like, Capcom definitely, like, definitely appreciates its different franchises. It's just a matter of, you know, certain games do a lot better of actually keeping certain franchises alive in a positive light than others. But considering that technically we are still kind of in the Capcom renaissance of like 2017 through 2019, technically I guess we're still good in that sense. I mean, everyone really enjoyed Resident Evil 2 Remake. Resident Evil 7 was well received. Monster Hunter World was extremely well received, and Devil May Cry 5 did fantastic. So hey. I mean, we have the Monster Hunter World DLC or expansion, the like Frozen area. That's gonna be coming out sometime within the next year or so. I don't remember. I think it's coming out summer this year. And then they say that Hideaki Itsuno, who is the director of Devil May Cry 3, 4, and 5, and a little bit of 2, they say that he's already started to put some work into his new projects. So hey, who knows? Who knows what's even gonna be? But Capcom definitely has things in the works. I mean, heck, there's easily. I mean, they've already remade Resident Evil 1 and Resident Evil 2, so I guess the next logical step would be to remake Resident Evil 3? Get a new Nemesis in there? Yeah, still, I always find it really funny, or like, I'm easily entertained whenever I tell people how Devil May Cry 1 basically was kind of the first iteration of Resident Evil 4. When I tell people who don't know that, when I tell them that information and it blows their minds, I get really excited. Yeah, there's a lot of design philosophies between Devil May Cry 1 and some of the Resident Evil games that definitely hold true to each other. You have unsealed it. Awesome! And that wraps up the mission. We're making a good amount of progress in this game. And, well, that's going to end things off for this episode of Let's Play Devil May Cry. I'm CrimsonNero. Thank you very much for watching this episode, and until next time, everyone, fare thee well.